Hi. Hello, my lovelies. How you doing today? My dad always says that. He always says, how you doing today? I think it's funny. There's something about that is just really funny to me. I am making the best stir fry. Oh my God. I'm so excited. I've been eating a lot of vegetables and a lot of nutritional type things because I am on my weight release journey, but that is not what this video is about. You guys will have to pardon the messy background and that whole thing. Ooh. I am done. I'm done. I'm gonna let that cool down and do its thing. But I'm just hanging out in the kitchen, and I am so excited because I have something wonderful to share with you guys. And some of you are probably wondering what that is. Sorry, my video is all like jacked up. Could just use my tripod, but I don't feel like it. But I'm super excited because I have something that I am bringing to fruition for something that I'm very passionate about, okay? And I know that it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing, okay? So, I'm gonna see if I can't. Hi, Connie, how are you? I'm in the kitchen hanging out, you guys, and for some reason my camera won't stay straight. Nope, still not straight. It's bothering me. Okay, so I'm super excited because I have a wonderful, wonderful thing that's coming to fruition, okay? And I've mentioned this before, but I will mention it again. I'm building out something that is phenomenal. Not good, not great, phenomenal. Phenomenal. And hopefully it's a cool. So, with that being said, I am creating a mentorship program specifically for coaches, speakers, authors, and service-based experts who are looking to turn their message into profits. I believe that everybody has a life story and a message to share and life lessons to teach. But a lot of people have the hang up of, well, no one wants to hear my story, or I don't know how to write, or I'm not a writer. I hear this a lot. I'm not a writer. I don't know how to do that. But my thing is, don't leave it at that. If you don't know how to do something, then the next best step is going to be learn how to do it. So, with that being said, I am creating this mentorship program, and I am putting everything into it, and I'm super excited about it. Why is my brain going blank? I smell that food, that's why. I smell the food and I'm like distracted. What is it? Oh, okay, good job, honey. So hey Candy, how you doing? So I'm super excited about this because everything literally is like 25 hours of content. There's going to be downloadable worksheets, there's going to be video trainings and tutorials, and it's going to be, I'm going to be coaching the group once a month on whatever their situation is, helping you solve your individual problems where I can. It's going to be phenomenal, and there's nothing like having a group that you can go to that can help you get over the hump that you're on. Like, some of you already have books, or some of you are looking to write books, or some of you don't know that you're gonna write a book. You think that you're not gonna write a book, but you know that you have a story to tell, and you guys know who I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about. I don't know which of those you are, but for me, my story started back when I was about 23. I basically decided I was gonna move to California. I was like, oh my gosh, I moved to California, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna find a job like straight off the bat, and my life's gonna be like super amazing, and I'm gonna like make new friends, and I'm gonna get this amazing job. And like, I was in La La Land, And and so I'm living in my sister's newly remodeled home with her husband, and I'm I just, it hit me like, oh my gosh, I just went from making $1,200 a month net take home pay to about $200 because I got a job, but I got a job that was only giving me about 10 hours a month. And I was devastated. Like, I don't know how many of you have ever been like laid off or like fired, or you quit a job thinking that you were going to be able to find a job super easy. Hey Betty, how are you? And I thought that I was going to be able to just bounce back and get a job and like just live happily ever after, but that isn't what happened. I ended up going from making $1,200 a month to $200 a month, and now I'm sitting there and I'm like, what am I gonna do with my life? My sister was already giving me the speech like, look, you need to get a job. You need, I'm like, I have a job. And she's like, no, you need to get a real job. She says, you need to get a real job. And I can understand where she was coming from, because, you know, if somebody was staying in my house and they were only getting 10 hours a month, I would be looking at them like, what you doing? So I know it's funny to me in hindsight, but during that time while I was going through that, I really struggled because I hadn't gone to school yet. You know, I kind of felt like a failure. I was feeling like a failure. So I'm sitting in the room and the shades aren't open. I'm just sitting there in the dark. My feet are hanging off the edge of the bed. I have this old clunky Acer on my lap that I bought for my brother-in-law. It's my first laptop ever. And I am just staring at the screen, looking at the cursor blink. It's a blank page. And then I get this bright idea. I'm going to write a book. Now, all the feelings of like shame, I just felt, you know, shame and just like lost. I felt like the rogue sister, because all my other sisters had it together. And you know how it is when your siblings, you know, have it together better than you, and you're just, you know, you kind of feel embarrassed about it. So I'm looking at this blank screen, and I get this idea that I'm going to start writing a book. And the first line of my book comes out as I'm typing, and I'll never forget it. It was January 1st, 2010, and that one sentence changed my life. It changed my life, you guys. Like, it saved my life, because I was feeling so down and so stressed and so depressed that my body literally started shutting down. I missed like 6 months of my cycle that year. And for those of you ladies who know how scary it is just to miss like 1 month, I missed 6. And I really was just like scared. Like, I was too scared to even go to the doctor and find out what was wrong. I was just like, nope, I don't even want to know. Like, so I just avoided it. And so I started writing my book, and geez, like the rest of it is like history. I went on to move to Yosemite National Park, and I, you know, got out there in the woods, and I just breathed in the air, and I remember just feeling a sense of peace. Like, everything is going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. And I don't have to worry about, you know, not having a purpose. So I felt like, wow, I've found my purpose. So I go on to publish my first book. I'm super excited about it. Oh my gosh. I'm like, oh my gosh, I got the box in the mail. And you know how, like, you ever seen a kid on Christmas, how they tear open the presents. They're like, oh my gosh, I got exactly what I wanted for Christmas. I'm so excited. I'm not even gonna like, I'm not even gonna read the card. I'm just gonna take the card off and open up the present and look inside. And so I look inside the box, and I'm so excited. And I remember seeing the cover that I had painted as a painting that I like basically took a picture of and put it as the cover of my book. And I'm like, I smell the book. Oh my gosh. And I'm looking at it like, this is mine. This is me. I brought this into the world. Like, I did it. I did it. It was me. I did something that was noteworthy, and that just was huge, you know? And this was before I went to college, okay? And I look at the pages and my heart sinks. And I immediately feel like my eyes get hot and my ears are hot, and I feel like I can't even breathe. They published my raw manuscript. I felt so devastated. I felt so like devastated. I felt like an idiot. I felt like, oh my gosh. And all these past traumas, all these childhood traumas of my intelligence being questioned, and my, you know, my worth, my self-worth, my self-esteem going down. Like, I felt devastated. And I could just hear certain voices in my head that said things to me when I was younger, like, you must be stupid, or, you know, look at these grades, you know, you must be dumb, like, you must be. And I started to believe them for just a second. But then I was like, you know, no, I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid. I just didn't know any better. And so at that point, I decided to go to school. And I go to get my bachelor's in English. I'm all excited, and I'm like, oh, cool, I got my bachelor's in English. Like, I actually went to school. I actually did it. I went for 4 years, and I kept my head down, and I kept going, and I kept going. But then I got my degree, and I'm like, well, shoot, how am I going to market and promote myself? How am I going to put myself out there? How am I going to put my stuff out there? And so I go back to school, and I got my MBA. I get my MBA in internet marketing, because I'm like, cool, all I need to do is just get a business degree, and then everything will be cool. It'll be happy ever after. And so I get my MBA in internet marketing. I remember taking a picture with the degree and everything, kind of feeling like, this is it? Like, my dad harped on me for years, my whole young adult life, that you gotta get that education, gotta get that education. And I started thinking about how I want to go back to writing. I want to do my writing, but I kept hearing in the back of my mind, writing's not a lucrative career. Nobody gets rich and famous off writing. You can only be an English teacher. You can only be this. You can only do these type of jobs if you have an English degree. And then with my internet marketing, I got out of school, and I realized they didn't teach me what I needed to know. They did not teach me how to make money. They didn't teach me how to build a funnel. They didn't teach me. They did not teach me that. And here it is. I'm feeling crappy yet again, because I've wasted, I don't want to say wasted, because I learned a lot of good things in school, but I spent over $100,000 on my education. And now I'm just like, well, shoot. So I start taking, you know, classes from this guru and that guru and this guru and that guru, and I'm straight up guru hopping, y'all. I'm like, you ever seen somebody go bar hopping? That's what I was doing, guru hopping. I was like, okay, well, let me taste this flavor and see if this is good, and then let me go over here to this person. This person said that they could help me do this, and then I found myself trying to piecemeal this crap together. And I would get so frustrated, because I felt like they would leave one breadcrumb, then another breadcrumb, and this person wouldn't give me all of the details. They would only give me like part of it. And I'm like, God dang it! oh, like, how come I can't just get it all in one place? Why do I, like, what is the problem? Maybe it's me. Maybe I really am stupid. Maybe they know something I don't. Maybe I'm never going to get it. Maybe I should just go back and get a day job. Maybe I'm not cut out to be an entrepreneur. And so I start beating myself up and beating myself up. I start feeling like I'm not enough. So, at that point, I mean, I was already feeling down in the dumps because I had did all these things and I thought that those things would make my dad proud of me. I thought that those things would make me seem smarter to my peers. I thought that those things would make me happy, and none of them did. What really made me happy was the electricity that I felt the first time I wrote that sentence. January 1st, 2010. I felt a surge of electricity. A surge of electricity that was purpose. I found it, but I just doubted myself. If this is you and you are doubting yourself, stop it. Stop it. You are good enough right now with what you have, and you can do something. You can make an impact on someone's life. Don't let somebody tell you, oh, well, you just need this thing over here, because if you get this thing over here, then you'll be better and people will like you more and whatever. Like, there are some techniques that you must have in place and be using, because just because of the human mind, the human brain and how it works, you know, people are just wired that way. But when it comes to someone saying that you in particular are not enough, that's BS. That's BS, okay? After going through all of that, I am now going to create a program that to me represents all the things that I wish I would have known to make things easier on myself, to not make an ass of myself, like to just complete. I felt like like pin the tail on the donkey. I felt so dumb. But I now have run the gauntlet. I now have 4 books published. One is an award-winning book. I have gone on book tour and toured the country. Okay, I've gone on book tour and I've toured the country. I have literally created several different digital products. I've been able to create passive income for myself. And I have been able to impact people from the stage. I am a speaker and I've been able to impact people from the stage. And I see my fellow authors, I see them struggling. I see them not doing it right. And they're just, I've been there. I have been there, and my heart goes out to you like hardcore, because I've seen that, because I've gone through that myself. And I experienced that myself. I experienced being lost and not knowing what to do next, or how to connect the dots, or feeling like, okay, I did this thing, now there's another thing to do. God dang. Like, somebody, can you just tell me everything I'm supposed to do and how long it's going to take and whatever the case may be? So I've created a program that will not only teach you how to write your book so that it is edited properly, so that it is formatted properly, so that it has proper pictures in it, and that you are going to learn techniques to, basically you're going to get writing prompts, and you'll learn how to outline your book. You're going to learn how to discover your writing style. And that's in Module 1. Module 1, this first part of it is going to be learning how to freehand, because a lot of people, they go into a book but they don't realize their writing style or their voice. And so they try to sound like somebody else, And then people are like, this sounds like so and so, and they can kind of smell out and sniff out the inauthenticity. And this is what I struggled with. Everything that I struggle with is going into this mentorship program, because I feel like, you know what? When I published my first book, I didn't know what I was doing. I was a daggone fool. Like, I didn't know what I was doing at all. And no one said anything. No one said, you know what, Eve, you probably should structure that so that the paragraphs aren't so long. Or maybe you should, no one gave me any suggestions. I didn't have a mentor to teach me how to do that. And I didn't learn how to edit until after I got my bachelor's in English. And so that's why I created something to help you edit your own stuff, so that you don't have to pay someone like $200, $300, $400 an hour to edit your stuff. I mean, like, yeah, you can go on Fiverr and get something for real cheap, but guess what? You finna get what you paid for. Like, and a lot of people, they don't realize how much goes into this. And so I'm going to be talking about how to take your writing from inside your head, extract it in a way that is digestible for other people, so that it's not, I see a lot of people doing this, and I'm not saying this is you, but I see a lot of people not talking like how they would normally talk as they're writing, and it's awkward. I was guilty of this. I'm going to be teaching you how to make sure that you don't do the same mistakes that I did. I'm going to show you how to proofread, how to sound check, and how to tame the dragon, okay? Like, seriously, the next writer I see that, like, literally publishes the first thing they said, I'm going to cry. Like, I'm going to cry for them. Hey, Thankful, how are you? Let me see what you guys are saying in the comments. I think you're not saying anything. Is this resonating with you? I don't know how many of you are actually authors. I know that there are some authors on my page that follow me or that are in my friend network, and I sincerely hope that you think about how you can create something that reflects your genius, that reflects you in a positive light. Because after that whole disaster with my first book, I have been constantly thinking of ways to avoid that, okay? To avoid that. I mean, because that could have easily ended my writing career. And I have a lot of things that I could talk about that have happened to me, but the main point is I'm going to be opening up this mentorship, and for those of you that are looking for guidance on not just one tidbit of it, but like the whole shebang. I'm talking about from concept of your book to all the way to publish, to all the way to promoting, to all the way to making a marketing plan, from all the way from making a marketing plan to building an online presence. Once you build your online presence, to basically the whole thing, to creating digital products, to doing the whole thing. I had no idea that I could take my book and literally make a speaking career out of it, or literally make digital products out of that, or ride the wave on my credibility from having published a book. A lot of authors do not know this, and they're not doing it. They're not doing it. Let me just tell you, like, J.K. Rowling was a special case. Okay, when you see these authors who are like mega rich or mega famous or whatever, like, to be totally honest, like, not everyone is going to be that. I'm not saying that it can't happen for you, but let's just focus on getting some good material out there, and building a business from your message. There was a lot of life lessons for me weaved into that. It wasn't just writing a book. Like, I literally wrote my book while having I started to have a family. I got married. I started doing things. My book grew with me. And there's so many things that I wish I would have known. So many things I wish I would have known. And so I invite you to explore the option to get a part of this become a part of this mentorship. Okay? The mentorship is called Message to Profits Boss Boot Camp. Okay? And it's going to be phenomenal. I'm going to have people who have publishing companies. I'm going to have them come on and speak. I'm also going to have several people who are in the Hollywood arena who basically can talk to you about writing a script for your book. I'm literally going all out. This right here is my life's work. This isn't just a business for me. This is a movement. This is a belief. This is something that I strongly believe in, and I have never been so clear on anything in my entire freaking life. Like this is my legacy. And I am planning on taking as many people as I can all the way. All the way. So, the way that this is going to work is there will be a membership area, and you will get access to videos and worksheets and interviews with professionals who can help you to take your book to the next level, to help you to publish and do the things necessary so that you can really take this serious. It's not about just writing a book. I mean, some people might just want to write a book, and if that's you, then I'm not talking to you. I mean, I God bless you. More power in the universe, but that is not who I'm talking to. I'm talking to the coach or the speaker or the author or the service-based expert that would like to turn their message into profits, multiple streams of income, so that they can make the biggest impact on the world, on their families, on their communities. Like this, I'm looking for big thinkers. I'm looking for those who are ready to take that next step. Because if you aren't serious, this really isn't going to help you. It's not going to help you. Okay? Now, I'm all for asking everyone how they feel about what I'm talking about. And I could easily charge like thousands for this. Like thousands upon thousands. Tens of thousands, you guys. I spent, just to publish my book, I spent nearly $15,000 on the whole journey from 2010 till now. I spent a lot because I was serious about it. That includes like booking airplane tickets, going to events, going and printing up materials and paying for the books to be printed up, and because it was print in demand, so printing up the books and paying for the publisher and doing all the I spent a lot of money on that, and I could easily charge like tens of thousands, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that because I feel like in order to make this accessible to as many people as possible, I don't believe in making people suffer. Okay? I really don't. Now, I will have programs that are exclusive. I'm not saying that that won't happen. But in this particular instance, I am making sure that everyone is getting some value from this, and that it can take you from point A to point B and fast. Like, period. I'm not going to charge that. This membership, what I'm thinking is that it's going to be in between $50 and $100 a month. I will let you guys decide because I really don't know, where you guys feel it resonates most with you, but it's going to be in between 50 and 100, anywhere in between there. So you can drop your comments in the description, and I will listen to you. I will listen to you. Okay, throw your votes, cast your votes. I'm going to be launching the page for this come September 1st. Should be ready. I'm going to be working on this, but I would like to know what you think. I would like to know where your mind is at and where your heart is at. But I'm like really excited for these meetings that we're going to be having, because it isn't just going to be about writing. I used writing as a modality to heal past traumas, and to really heal myself, just heal myself, to release a lot of things. And I'm going to be talking about that during our calls. We're going to talk about how you can use writing to let go, to forgive, to overcome. We're going to be talking about some deep stuff. And so if this sounds like something that you would be interested in, I'm going to leave a link in the description of this video, and I'm going to start accepting people. Now, everybody that is accepted, I'm going to do a call with you just to find out where you're at and how I can best serve you. But I've been thinking about this for a while. I kind of avoided it because I was just like, I don't know. But then I finally just was like, okay, I should probably do this, because people keep coming to me asking me questions, and I know that I can help them, and I can't help myself. Like, I can't help myself. If somebody is struggling and I see that they wrote something in a group that I'm in, I usually go answer the question, so I might as well just have a membership. So I would like to know what you guys think. The price of this is going to be in between $50 and $100 a month, okay? So it is a membership. It is an ongoing membership, which means that you are going to get mentorship every month from myself. You're also going to get access to other people who are published authors, people who are owners of publishing companies, and people who can help you help yourself. Okay? So I'm going to post a link in the description, and I hope that you start joining and start taking action, start doing something that's really going to get you to the next level. This is serious business. This is serious business. If you're going to be out there in the world, understand that it's nearly impossible to delete stuff off the internet. And if you publish a book and people can just look you up, you want it to be something that your kids are proud of, and that you are proud of, that the people that you love can say, hey, you know what? My sister or my aunt or my mom or whatever, she published a book. Can you believe it? And that's where I'm at now. So I invite you to join this mentorship program. I invite you to click the link when I add the link in the description of this video, which is literally going to be, I should do it now while I'm talking. And I think I'm going to. But this is what changed my life. And if you're looking to change your life and have credibility, literally publishing a book is like instant credibility. I noticed people started treating me different. And I hate that the world is like that, but it is. It is. If you don't have a book, you don't have an online presence, you're really not doing a whole lot, people don't listen. People don't listen. So, like, that's just, that's just life. So, I'm going to invite you to take advantage of this. It's open enrollment now. And right now, when this gets started, it's gonna go until whenever. This is my life. Like, I'm literally gonna be showing up and doing this until whenever. Like, until I die or do whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I'm committed to doing that. So I see myself on video. It's so weird. I like have my computer open, and it's weird to see myself on the camera. I'm being goofy. Anyway, I'm going to be putting that in the description of the video, but I would love for you to take this and create something with it. Use this information to create something with it. This is huge. Like, I could literally see this being your next step to becoming an expert and to be getting, like, out there on stages and coaching people and like making a huge impact. And I didn't realize that I was making a huge impact until someone approached me. He said that he was going through a divorce and that, you know, he was sober. He had been addicted to meth. And he approached me and he said, "Hey, Eve, like, I read your book. And I just want to let you know that I've been sober for about 4 months." Or I think he said 4 months, or I can't remember what it was. He said he'd been sober and that he read the book and that he wanted to know. He says, what else can I read? When's the next one coming out? When's the next one coming out? Do you have anything that I could read? He wanted to read anything that I had. And I just didn't realize that like my writing was making that kind of impact. Like he was just like, give me anything. Anything at all. Like, and you don't realize you're making an impact until people start telling you that you're making an impact. When people start telling you, wow, I did not expect that. And so I'm excited to share this with you guys. I'm excited to make this happen. I'm excited for you to do something, to take action, and to put things in motion. Always getting started is the hardest part. And for me, the hardest part was getting started and making sure that I kept going, no matter what was going on in life. Because life happened around me, and it was not easy. Matter of fact, it was probably the hardest it's ever been in the last couple years. So I'm going to leave a link in the description, and I hope that you take advantage of this. I'm actually offering for you to hop in for a month trial for $1. I forgot to tell you that. It's $1 month trial. It's a no-brainer. It's $1 that will get you in, and then after that it'll be the regular $97 price, 90, whatever I end up deciding. I'm thinking it'll be 97, but I'm not sure. I would cast your vote. Cast your vote. Let me know what you think this program should be priced at, in between $50 and $100. And then I will go from there, and I will hear you, and I will listen. Okay. I can hear my son in there, like, being funny. So I'm actually going to go, but I'm going to leave a link in the description of this video. And then I look forward to being your sister in growth. I look forward to taking you to the next level. I look forward to telling you everything I know so that you don't have to struggle like I did. Real talk, so that you don't have to fall flat on your face like I did. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for spending time. My hubby's home. I'm so excited. But I am going to go. Much love. Much love. From my heart to yours. Make sure that you go out there, share your message, and make an impact. Bye.